Merry Christmas, everybody. We are having this show just to touch bases. It's been a while since we've seen everybody. Been a long time for me. It's been one hell of a year. We're hoping this new year will be a lot better. Of course, the better part of B for Vets is on panel right now. The one, the only KY Packer. Yep. Sporting his new haircut. Show him the new hair. Show off the hair. Yeah. Look at that shit.
High and tight, folks. High and tight.
Damn right. Keeper of the list. Merry Christmas, brother. Thank you for stopping in. Of course, I know you guys haven't seen V for Vets for a while. It's been a really insane year for all of us, everyone involved with V for Vets. Twyla, Merry Christmas. Good to see you. Hopefully your holidays are going well. I've been insanely sick. My life has taken a turn. And then some. I've had to make some adjustments, and things are what they are. But I'm looking forward to this year. There's a lot of exciting things coming up that we have been trying to do for V for Vets, but because I keep going in the hospital, we weren't able to do it. But I think we have a catch on it now. We've got backup and stuff. So Stevie Mao, Merry Christmas.
Hey, Stevie. Merry Christmas and welcome everybody. Good to see everyone out there again.
So hopefully all this time that's been off that we're trying to work, we'll be able to come back and we've got a lot of stuff lined up. So like I said, tonight we just want to come and say hi to everyone and especially say Merry Christmas, since I haven't seen a lot of you or said much of you. Most of my time has been floating around the internet, just saying hi when I have the chance. So tonight, like I said, anyone want to come up and say Merry Christmas, or if you just got a story, or if you just want to talk, there's no topics, or tonight's open. I will put this out. Free for all, Merry Christmas. This is just for everyone to have a good time tonight. And there is the StreamYard connection. Yeah. So, KY, what's been up, brother? It's been a full year, man. A full year has gone by.
Yeah, well.
Oh, man.
Maybe you can keep your sick butt out of the hospital, the emergency room, and rehab. We could do this more often.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Kiss, nice to see you. And I'm very happy that we're doing a live tonight. I had to do this. Bell and D Johns and them and Ginger Snaps and all of them have been supporting us a lot, me and KY, and trying to help us to get back up on our feet again.
I mean, it's probably been 8 months since we've had Bell Admin on our chat.
Yeah, it's been a fun year, people. But see, they say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So
that's it.
You have our promise. This is going to be a good year. You guys are going to see a lot more content and shows from V for Vets finally. Hopefully, with the new format we got set up, my health will not stop it from happening. This time, we've covered most of the bases, so that if something happens, it just what it is. Well, like I said, Kiss, I've been in a hospital. If I wasn't in a hospital, I was in a advanced nursing home or a rehab center. Quite frankly, what I have is quite simple. My condition is terminal. I have.
You want me to bring Billy up?
Yeah, I have congestive heart failure. I have almost complete renal failure. I have my lungs have been destroyed and my liver is damaged, along with my intestines, due to the massive infections that I got 3 years ago from stepping in that water. So it's been fun, but God has allowed me to stay here. It's allowed me to have a second chance, and I intend to use that chance for just like I said, to get out. No, there's no need to be sorry. I'm actually it put a fire into me to make me want to do things more and have more. I actually have a lot more appreciation for things. Is that a good way to say it? My friends like KY and stuff, they mean a lot more to me. When you're infant, I was able to reestablish a relationship with my sister. I have not talked to my sister in years. So it's nothing. It is what it is, and I'm not going anywhere yet. In the meanwhile, look for us to go out and do different types of feedings. I've been working deals out with churches and stuff, so it's going to be exciting if I can pull this off. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there. So, how you doing, Billy? Merry Christmas, first of all.
Yeah, you got me blocked somehow or another, dude. I had to come in under like when I was trying to type in there, and then I was like, and then I checked to see the participants. I'm not there. Somehow or another, you got me blocked on the YouTube side. I don't know why. It's probably because when V for Vets calls, I don't answer the goddamn phone because I'm probably drunk or in bed, either or. But
no, American Auditor. Wow, long time no see, brother. Good to see you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And Twyla, how is KY doing? Well, KY, it's all
KY got COVID last August, a year ago, August. And I got 12 blood clots.
What?
I'm having the COVID gave me 12 blood clots. I woke up.
Oh my God.
2 days after, or 3 days after I got COVID. I don't know exactly when I got the COVID, but a couple days later, I woke up and I couldn't breathe. And I called my doctor right away because it was a weekday and he was in the office. And I told him, I got the nurse. And I said, it's emergency. It's very important. I can't breathe. I need to talk to the doctor for a minute. So she said, all right. Waited a couple of minutes. He got on the phone and said, I think you've got blood clots. And
no.
I said, I'm positive for COVID.
God.
I took a home test. He said, you got COVID. You're positive according to the test. He said, go to the emergency room right now. I think you have blood clots. And I did. And they did a ultrasound there at the Brownsboro Hospital. And I had 8 blood clots in my right lung.
Oh my God.
And she's now I'm going to start checking your left lung. And she said, you got 1 in the left. She goes, oh, wait, they're forming right now. And she's another one. Now you got 2, 3, 4. Now you got 4 in your left lung.
Oh, no.
So they put me on Relafin and kept me in the hospital 3 or 4 days, did an EKG and stuff. And then they sent me home on a blood center. I got to take 2 a day.
Holy fucking shit, dude. KY, how old are you? I mean, I think you're old enough, probably my pop, but just asking.
I just turned 68.
Okay, yeah. I'm 50, about to be 53. So, I mean, not really my pop, but like older brother, you know? Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Shame Canadian. Welcome to have you. It's been a while, brother. Hope things are going well for you. Hopefully your new year will be good. That's what we're hoping. We're just happy to get past this 1 year. I'm sure everyone else.
This way, Billy. My oldest son turned 46.
Your son turned 46? Guess what, man? That's awesome, dude. You have a son that's 46. I never had kids. So, KY Packer fan, dude.
I've got
awesome.
a great grandson who's 7.
Well, that's even better. That's awesome. And you're going to have a Merry Christmas with your family, I'm sure. And, you know, it's about the kiddos, you know. It's about the kiddos. And, you know, God bless you. And God bless V for Vets. I know he's not feeling well. And I'm going to be honest with you. And it's probably my own damn doing with the drinking and all that. But, you know, I got my issues too. You know, and you know, I came up hard on the street. So here with mom and pops, you know, and you know what? It's not a pity party about me, man, because you know why? I'm still the young pup here, man. I'm a young pup, not even 53 yet. So you know, yeah, I get it, and you know what? I can see the problems coming up. They're going to be coming up. Yeah, especially the way I treat myself.
Well,
But
if you slack off now with the drinking, you'd be surprised how much better you'll feel. If not, you're looking at nosediving in about 5 years.
Yeah, and I agree with you, because even after a day or even 2 days without drinking, you start kind of like rejuvenated. You start feeling better.
Rebounding, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But
my father was alcoholic, so I can tell you.
Well, my father was not an alcoholic. My mother, like, I'll be honest with you, she's like 78 years old, 77, I think. She drinks Coors Light, but she don't drink much. She'll drink like 3 or 4 beers, 12-ounce beers in a night, and that's it. But she's little bitty. She's like 150 pounds. And I'm 200 freaking whatever. And it just takes a lot more to get me where I want to be. And the problem is with that is it's just, like you said, it's just hurting everything inside of your system. This is like poison. It is poison.
Well, my father basically self-medicated. He was in the Philippines, and the Japanese mortar attacked.
Yes, sir.
And ambushed his whole platoon. And there was 30 guys in the platoon.
Yes.
And because they lost some guys on the beach, it was originally 40 something, 42, I think my dad said, or 40, something like that. But there were 31 guys left. They ambushed with a mortar attack on the trail. They were walking, trying to find the Japanese. And they were all killed, but 3.
Oh, my goodness.
They thought they had killed them all. And the next group of guys came, found them all laying around in various pieces and dead, and they stacked them up like cordwood on a stack. They still had a mission. They still had to get the Japanese. So they stacked them up just off the trail, one on top of another. Just stacked them up, head to tail, just 3 high. And that's what saved my father, because he had his hand basically totally blown off except for one little flap of skin by his thumb. His legs were shrapnel, shrapnel in the chest, both legs. And that's what kept him from bleeding out, is the pressure from the other guy on top of him.
Hold on. Sorry. Merry Christmas, Ice Cold. Welcome in. Long time no see, brother.
Shame Canadian, welcome. Good to see you.
New York Tyrant Hunter.
Yeah. Christmas.
Ice Cold. But anyhow, it wasn't until he turned 49 that he started drinking, because he had cancer and wouldn't tell us. He had lung cancer and wouldn't tell us.
Shit.
So that's how he was meant. That's why he was self-medicating to kill the pain.
Right. I think I'm self-medicating. I've been self-medicating since I was probably like freaking 21, 22, Did I mean to do it? No, I didn't mean to do it. I was just hanging out with people. Who like to play music, and they like to shoot pool, and we like to deliver pizzas and, that sort of thing. And so I got in this clique, dude. I got in a clique when I was in my early 20s, and that clique turned into a drinking habit, a big habit. I've got it now, and it is what it is. And you know what? The problem is my liver and our livers can only take so much. It only can take so much. It's a filter. So imagine your filter gets wore out, and you're like, for a refrigerator or something, like it's filtering the water, like, at some point or another, that filter is going to be finished. And there's not going to be anything you can do about it. There's no way to fix it at that point.
Well, the good thing is the liver is self-regenerating.
Only if you stop drinking
There
and
you
you
go.
start eating healthy. No fatty foods, because I've got a fatty liver. I've got what you call a fatty / alcohol liver. You know,
Cirrhosis.
it's bad.
Cirrhosis.
Yeah. You know, look, I went to the doctor a couple years ago. You know what they did? They did an ultrasound all over here, right? Like that, right? Guess what they said? Your liver is 5 centimeters larger than it should be. Now, 5 centimeters, you would think that's like almost 5 inches. That's big. That's
No,
big.
no, 5 centimeters.
All right. Well, maybe not
2
5
inches.
inches. Okay,
2 inches.
okay. So maybe it's like that. I don't know.
2.56 centimeters to an inch.
Good.
Oh, you're
Thank God it's not that big, but goddamn, I was
It's
thinking it
over
was
2
like,
inches.
oh, it's like, so what's why am I?
But 2 inches bigger growing in there than it's supposed to be. Got to take up room from something else.
Well, my father, he quit drinking in his early 30s, and he doesn't drink. My father, he is 78 or 79 years old right now. Guess what? He stopped drinking in his 30s. He's like, Billy, why can't you just stop? Why you keep pressing this? You're gonna fucking die, dude. Why are you pressing it? I don't know why, man. I think I like he says it, and I believe it. It's a disease. It's a brain disorder. This addiction is a brain disorder, and it's sad. And you know what? I can stop right now. But it's Christmas time and New Year's, and hey, guess what? There's always that chance for that New Year's resolution. Can you imagine if I say December 31st, New Year's, that's it, and just start fresh? Guess what? I may be able to turn it around. But guess what? The fact is, with your liver, guys, I've already seen people on YouTube, like doctors, and you know what they say?
Stop drinking.
It could take it will take 3 years of no drinking, 3 years of exercising, 3 years of eating well to get that liver back to normal. And the part of the liver that died of the cirrhosis, because I'm sure, guess what? That never comes back. So you're only going to get, when you stop, you're only going to get back what? Yeah.
So much recovery. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say Merry Christmas to Stevie Mao just came in.
And D. Johnson.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Merry Christmas to Anonymous Lawns Transformation.
Hey, Anonymous. Welcome.
I think we caught up okay, Billy.
I was just going to say, D. Johns, hello. He says stop drinking. And then I'm going to pick up a beer. I'm going to pick up, hey, V for Vets. I love you when you put yourself up there, baby, because you got a beard, man. And guess what, guys? I've got breaking news. I'm going to grow my hair out long again. We're going to go long one more time. Look at you, baby. Man, you looking good, baby. Look at you, baby. Oh, my God. You looking good, baby. I want to get that beard going, too. What about you, KY Packer fan?
No, I've never had a beard.
You never did like a goatee or nothing. You like the mustache, like my father. My father likes the mustache.
Didn't like facial hair.
Because when you go to kiss her, it scratches her. I know. I understand.
Personal reasons you don't need to know.
Especially when you go down underneath. But yeah, when you go under the covers, yeah, I get that. But yeah,
They didn't even want me to grow a mustache after I retired. So I said, I'm going.
That's the number one thing that goes with the liver repair and all that is to stop drinking.
Well, that's the number one thing. But you can't even stop there. You've got to, like I said, eat properly. You got to exercise. And I'm not doing any of those things. Like, you know what I eat? I eat pizza all the time. These frozen pizzas. There's, like I was really fortunate. A couple of nights ago, I ate a can of spinach for the first time. in like over a year. I ate a fucking can of spinach, dude. And guess what? When I pooped the next
No,
day,
all right.
it was all fucking green, dude. I'm just saying.
No.
But it's the truth, dude. It's the truth. And is that normal? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Like when you eat
Yeah.
spinach? Yeah. Like, you know what? I think when you eat spinach, it goes through your system, and it's really good for cleaning out your bowels and all that. I would think. I would
Did
think
you
it
ever
would kind of
did you ever eat like 2 or 3 helpings of asparagus?
Are you serious?
asparagus is the no KY
Yeah,
asparagus
and then you
is
go to the bathroom the next day. It stinks.
well, you know why? Because you I guess it's pushing everything out of your system, all
The
the
fiber
nasty.
and everything is clearing it out. That's
Yeah,
right.
and you know what? The last time I got a colonoscopy, guys, I swear to God, the first and only time I ever got one, I was 50 years old. I was about 50, over a little about almost like 50 and a half, I guess. Guess what? They found one kind of a little bit polyp, and then they found a couple of polyps, right? Now, polyps are precancer. You know this, right?
Right, right.
So guess what? I was fortunate because my father, and I love you, KY man. I love you, V for Vets. You guys are a bit older than me. My father is an Air Force veteran. 64 to 68 he served. He served in Libya. He served in South Korea. Yep, exactly. And his next stop was going to be Vietnam. And he did his 4 years, and he saw the writing on the wall with that. And he just, he did his 4 years and he got out. And guess what he did though with that? He took his GI Bill. He got a degree at University of Texas in finance and management. So, you can do anything you want to do. You just gotta do it.
I got mine in business.
You got yours in business?
I got my
I've got it.
bachelor in business and an associate in electrical engineering.
I like the electrical engineering. That to me, that is the most useful. I get it. I've got a business administration associate's degree. Okay. And I also have about 138 hours of college credit. In different fields, local area networking, which is based on the computers and all that sort of thing, and then also automotive mechanics. So, but no, I'm not talking shit, dude. This is fucking real life, dude. Like, can you believe I'm an airborne infantryman? Can you believe I was trained in the United States Army to be an airborne infantryman? And guess what? I actually passed all of the classes. And I passed them in spades because I was like 17, 18 years old when I took those classes. Yeah.
Oh, God. This one. There's a good one.
What? I think we have someone actually talks. Dude, I'll talk anybody, dude. You know me. But here's the thing is, guess what? I like both of you guys. You know why I like you? Because you're veterans.
That's your fault.
No, I am not. I am not a veteran. I do not call me a veteran.
Oh, you're not a veteran, sir?
I am not a veteran. My father was a veteran.
You can explain to him, bud.
All right, my father was a veteran. Now, I tried to get in the military, but I was turned down.
Right.
And because of this, I didn't, go off and fix what I need to do and go back and reapply and that. I just was angry about it. So I hated the military because I talked a lot of shit about it throughout the years. Well, my father, by the time I grew up and realized I was wrong about all that shit, my father had passed away. And I wanted to do something to show my father, have respect for him and his honor and his memory. And then there was KY and some other people, and we formed V for Vets. But I did not do this because I was a vet. I did it because to my part, the way I could do something give back to the vets for their serving our country, and would be to anything I could do, even if it's just one vet. That's what the idea was when we first started it. And that's what it's going to be now. Now this is what it's going to be. We We have tracks on some really good vets. Got some really nifty things we want to do with some of the homeless vets, and I am very excited about it. I really am. Like I said, it's sad. It's sad what's going on. I mean, you guys do realize what just happened.
Okay,
They
what
gave-
happened, bud? What just happened? Because I've been out on the loop for like 24 hours, dude. Please,
Well,
please
for
tell us.
example, right now they turned down. I think it was what was it, 50 million or 50? Was it 50 million KY dollars in dental for the? They took it away from the VA. Literally,
Why are
took it
they
away
doing
from-
this? Why?
They
But
took
why?
it away from the veterans so they could
Oh
give
my
it to
God, dude.
the undocumented.
Ukraine. Yeah, I know.
no, not the Ukraine. They gave it to the. They had the. See, you got to understand that they gave it to the money to the undocumented.
Undocumented.
Illegal aliens. I don't care if that's
Okay,
or not.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
but
illegal.
The bottom line is, people are going with it. See, this is no longer some idiot sitting there telling you you're being racist by making this comment that the money is going to the illegals, because it is, and there's no way to avoid it going to the illegals. There is no way we can afford to take care of all these people coming into the country without money. Now, New York and Chicago, with their big mouths and preaching about keeping the wall down, we want to be a sanctuary state. Well, fine. Well, you got what you wanted, and you're not even a tenth of what we have in California. And they are already claiming bankruptcy. They are already making. As a matter of fact, was it Chicago's mayor, who can't do this but did it anyway? The first person to pass a law that says, what was it? You can't bus immigrants into their state anymore, into Chicago. They can't do that, but regardless, they have. This is because they're all now realizing it's not a matter of being racist, or it's not a matter of being whatever skin color. It's about money. It's all about the money. And money is important in this circumstance. We don't have it to give to them. So unfortunately, what has happened now, and now I'm coming back to what I was saying, they have taken that money away from the VA center that's used for dentures. The money that was allotted for the VA dentures has been removed to be used on illegal aliens. Because
it makes me sick.
It does. It is ridiculous.
Sick,
now,
dude.
for years, absolute years, they tried so hard to get places for the homeless vets to go. Just the vets, all right? I'm not advocating that the homeless Americans shouldn't have a place, but let's just go on to vets, because we all did the flag waving thing and promised to support our troops, and did all the go off of war and fight for our freedom shit. Now, there's bases closed in this country, completely and utterly closed the fuck down, not open, not being used. Their bases set up for living. You could live on these bases. They have cafeterias, housing, medical areas. So those cost about $50,000 a month to run, with the electric and water and stuff to run those spaces. All right. So they did not want to put veterans who were homeless and their families in those bases. It was too much money. Now, with the influx of illegal aliens coming in, they now want to take the American base and use it to house the illegal aliens. The base that couldn't be used for the American homeless veterans, but now can be used for the people that didn't serve the country, who haven't paid taxes in the country, and were not legally allowed to be in the country.
Here's the
all
thing.
going to get this shit.
Bud, can I say something, man? Look, it's not your father's country, man. He's not our grandfather's country anymore. Look, we won World War II. How do we do it? We had to be really decisive in our actions. Okay, Oppenheimer proved it. And after he did the deed, he regretted it. He did. He regretted it, and the United States government, they brought him up on some, not charges, but they wanted to cancel him. Let's just put it like that. They wanted to cancel him. you know. But somebody was going to produce that atomic weapon and uranium weapon, and guess what? Fortunately for the free world, if you can call the United States a free land, and I believe that we're probably like one of the freest lands in the world right now, and that's why they want to take us down. We cannot allow them to do it. Okay, we cannot never allow them to do it. Now, I think they're biding their time. They are abiding. You get that? Biding their time.
They're biding their time.
Abiding their time. You get it? They're gonna bide their times. If they can do it, they're gonna do it. But I'm telling you right now, in Texas, there's no way you're gonna pry our weapons out of our hands. There's no way. In California, look, these people look, but I know you're from California, man, or you're in California, and I feel for you, man. I'm like, dude, it breaks my heart to see what's going on, like,
Yep.
In California, because it's like, and I can see why they call it California, it's California, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was your governor, a Republican, right? But guess what? You know what he said? He said, screw your freedom. Screw your freedom. That's what he said. And I like him. I like him as an actor and the Terminator movies and all that. But guess what? Screw your freedom. That right there, it turned me off, dude. I'm like, what the freak is this man saying? This man never served in the military, in the United States military, and he became a governor. I get it. He's a freaking bodybuilder and actor and all that. Who gives a goddamn shit? Guess what? Did he serve the United States Armed Forces? I don't think he did. And guess what? I don't like him for that. Now you say the same thing about Trump. Trump never served in the armed forces.
Remember that Schwarzenegger came over from Austria in the Mr. Universal contest. That's how he got here.
Exactly. You know what? I'm not gonna throw shade on him like that, because that man, come out of freaking like Slovakia. He came out of like a place like, I'm not saying those people are, yeah, he came out of,
he came from Austria.
Right, Austria. And the man actually did his best, and I like him for that. I like him because he was a go-getter. Remember Conan the Barbarian, dude? We're like so much younger, dude. I was watching that movie. I think it was like 10 years old or something. The man is a genius. The man understands probably German language, Austrian, all those languages, and English. He had to hone his skill. And then, you know what he honed his skill to tell us? Screw your freedom. Right. When he said that, I think everything went like this on him. What do you think, bud? What do you think, KY? What do you think? Am I on the right track here?
I think so. I got something for you, Beard.
You were watching me the other night. You got it. And I know. I had to shave it.
Not off for a minute, bud.
I had to shave it.
Not off.
Go ahead. Just fall asleep for a second. See what happens.
Yeah. Don't fall asleep, bud. That thing just run rampant. Or like this.
Yeah, that's
I carve a Z in his beard.
oh right, Zero.
And what does the Z stand for?
Zero.
Exactly. Why would the Russians paint that on their tanks and everything? you know what? I believe it was put there to put a target on them. Now, this is where we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, but so far they're saying around 287,000 Russians have died in this war
Oh wait,
in
wait.
Ukraine.
We're not really going to cover Ukraine, are we?
No,
No.
I'm just gonna make a point, guys. I'm
Right.
making a point
No, man.
that
Let's not get into any over depth discussions on death and shit during Christmas.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay. I agree with you, bud. And a Merry Christmas, guys. What are we gonna do? Okay, so KY, your Green Bay Packers. What the freak is going on with these people, man? I'm just asking.
Well, they looked like they were going to do good a couple 3 weeks ago, and between the injuries and you have to remember they are the youngest team in the NFL.
And guess what? You guys somehow always manage to beat the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how you do it. Do you still have Aaron? Hold on, is Aaron Rodgers still with your team or not?
Aaron
Is
Rodgers
he
gone
Yeah, he's been gone, right? What,
all
one
year.
season?
Yeah, he played one game with the Jets, and he got hurt. And he's been out all year. I think he's done.
I think I think he's getting hurt on purpose because you know why? Because there's such a big, huge pension plan in the NFL, dude. It's like, and especially how old is that man? That man, I'm gonna be honest with you, he's younger than me. He's younger than both of y'all.
Aaron's 41.
Exactly. He's 10, 11 years younger than me.
But he's in better shape than most 50 years
better,
old.
Yeah, he's in better shape than I am.
And most 35-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you're playing in the NFL, you got to be in shape, dude. If you're playing in the United States Army, you got to be in shape. Now,
Merry Christmas, Slow Burner.
Yeah, hey, Slow Burner's here.
Very tasty.
I know.
Until I was
very tasty. I plowed through the. Oh my god.
Until I was 40. I could run 5 miles in 30 minutes or less.
5 miles in 30 minutes or less. Now, you understand that 6-minute mile for 5 miles.
Yes.
The fastest time I ever ran a mile, I did it in about 7 minutes. And guess what age I was? I was like in 8th grade.
I got that in writing when I graduated my training at Fort Sheridan for my promotion to E6.
But you got the E6. Good for you, man. Staff sergeant.
And then, of course, you have to take your each one of your steps that you take. But I've got it in writing where I got a letter, Fort Sheridan sent a letter up to my chain of command, and I got an RCOP for that.
Oh gosh. KY, let me ask you a big question here. Now, what years did you serve? I know you said you retired from the military. So what years?
75 to 02. May 31st of 02.
Damn, you did
28 years.
27, 20 years. Yeah.
Well, 27 years.
LT, Merry Christmas, brother.
LT man.
Welcome in. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, baby. Not yet, but yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh man, that's 2024. You know what they're saying, and I don't even. We're just gonna have a Merry Christmas. KY Packer fan, dude. Okay, what do you think? Because you're a big NFL fan. What do you think? Do you think Dallas? Okay, Dallas going to play tomorrow against Miami. Both teams are 10-4, 10 wins, 4 losses. We will be playing in Miami. Now that gives Dallas Cowboys record sucks on the road.
I feel like Miami's going to beat them.
You know why? They already gave them a 2-point spread. Did you know that? They already gave Miami a 2-point spread. In other words, they're predicting they're going to win by at least 2 points. The over-under, I think, was 49. So there's going to be a lot of points scored. Look, Dallas has proven themselves. They just suck on the road, man. They suck on the road, man. And
you know what, Billy?
Yes, sir.
As bad as the Packers are, the Bears still can't beat themselves.
I know, the Bears, dude. Look, and I know you remember this. Remember 1980?
I'm poking at LT.
You're poking him. Okay, I see you.
In Chicago, so I got to poke at LT.
Love and marriage. Yeah. That's Chicago for you.
Yeah, I was going to say the only fridge that Chicago now has is the one they eat out of.
Man, it's fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you, V for Vets, and thank you, sir. Man, have the utmost respect for you guys and my father, and you're the best, and there's nothing I could ever say that would take it away. There's no way. I joined at 17 years old. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Not even 1 month, a little over 1 month, I joined after turning 17. And why did I do it? Because I love this country. I love our United States of America. I love the freedoms we get and the freedoms we have. Now, those freedoms are being limited right now. They're very limited. And the fact is, they do want to take our firearms away from us. And I'm sorry to say, but not in Texas. You're not going to do it. And I think Governor Greg Abbott actually, I'm not saying he's not a part of the whole cabal and all that, because he may be. Our governor in Texas is actually taking these people that come across the border, and he's busing them to these sanctuary cities like New York City or, whatever. Is he doing that on purpose? Yes, he is. But why is he doing it? Why is he doing it? Yeah, he's doing it because, look, we are already way overrun in the state of Texas. We are the I think one of the largest border states.
No.
And
Yeah, you are. Yes.
You are.
You are.
And Trump would, I think that will be overturned in Colorado. I think it'll be overturned by the Supreme Court. It should
There's
be.
absolutely no legal proof.
Yeah, I agree. There's no standing
that they can pull out that says that was a legal move. That's totally illegal and unconstitutional.
You know what I would think? I'm thinking, if we go into NFL terms, I'm thinking pass interference. That is what you actually call pass interference. Colorado, guess what? 15-yard penalty, okay, or more. Look, we want to be able to vote for who we want to vote for. If Trump is the man, I'm telling you right now, the guy that's in there right now, I'm going to be honest with you. He can't even probably say his name, okay, and that's pretty sad. We know, what I like about Trump? He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink, and of course I do, but you gotta have heroes. You gotta have mentors, and damn straight he's a mentor. Okay, we've got to have him on the ballot. Look, I think they're going to overturn it. We've got to November. I think it's November 7th. I believe is when the next presidential election will be held. And guess what? I believe it's all going to be clear. Now they want it. Yeah, it's the biggest show on earth, dude. Do you think they're going to put Donald Trump in jail? Look. Dude, I'm telling you that it will never happen. Okay, so
No.
Donald Trump, hold on, Donald Trump is actually bipartisan. He's always been. He was a Democrat for a long time, supported Hillary, supported Bill, okay? And then he had to run against Hillary, right? And so what happened? Lock her up, lock her up. Well, did she get locked up? As far as we know, she never got locked up, dude.
Yeah,
Do
what
you
about
know
all
why?
the emails that she had and sensitive data that she had on unsecured servers?
Exactly. All the
We didn't hear anything about that.
emails.
It got swept under the rug after a week.
Well, I think it was more than a week. I think it carried over for a few months, KY. No disrespect, but I think it carried on for quite a while. And even into I mean, but you know, these presidents, either or, a lot of them tell us, I don't want to say they lie to us, but they're telling us something that probably ain't going to happen. So, like, why do you think fuel prices are low? Gasoline. Let's take gasoline for an example. Why do you think it's so low? The price is really cheap right now because the man wants to get reelected. That man. It's hard for me to even call him a man, to be honest with you. The man
The
never.
shell of a man.
I don't believe the man ever served in the military. And you know, we could say the same thing about Trump. He never did. He had bone spurs in his feet or whatever excuse you can make. I get it. You know, Vietnam was a meat grinder. So anybody that went there, especially infantry, light armed infantry, were put in a meat grinder. Okay. And I could see why he got out of it. If you know, for one, he was really rich, and if you're really super rich, his father was big into real estate. I believe his father gave his son, Mr. Donald Trump, $1 million, and that was it. Donald took that $1 million, he turned it into, some say it's $4 billion. You know, could be less, could be more. You know, so we have judges trying to do what? To rule his life? Dude, when those judges make these decisions, they are ruling on all of our lives. Because if we don't have America first, make it America great again, if we don't have that, you know what we have? We have hundreds of billions of dollars that we can just print up in a printing press. You know what that does? It devalues the dollar. So, you know,
Honestly, that's about as much of the conversation as we're gonna have. This has turned into a complete political. Again, it's a Christmas show. People don't want to hear about Trump. They don't want to hear about Trump. They don't want to hear about what he's on Trump.
it's life, but and I'm gonna respect your wishes, baby. But it's life, man. And you know, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, and we need to get off this political stuff.
Let's get okay. Then we're gonna stop it. But okay, how about let's talk about veterans? I love veterans. KY Packer fan, what was your MOS in the Army? Or were you in the Army?
Yes.
What was your MOS, sir? And what year did you graduate?
I started as a machinist.
You know
And
what?
I didn't
You've got
I never
skills.
went to school. I was already a trained machinist when I got in a program called Stripes for Skills in 75.
Stripes for skills. Yep.
Yep. So I went in as an E3 and
Private. That's private for first class. If everybody doesn't
yeah,
understand
I
what
went
E3
to
is.
basic training as a PFC, and I graduated, got assigned to my unit in Fort Hood, Texas.
Fort Hood, baby, right around my block, baby.
And 6 months later, I was E4.
1975. Yeah.
I demonstrated my proficiency. Was made assistant squad leader. As an E3, I was made assistant squad leader. So then came up for my proficiency review, and they squad leaders say, yeah, he can do everything all of us can do, and then some, and they made me E4, and
Which is a specialist. Were you a specialist or corporal?
Spec 4,
Specialist,
Spec
right?
4, because
They gave you the specialist insignia. That's even better than being a corporal, in my opinion. The specialist insignia, that's great.
Of course, the corporals would call hard striker, right? And because I was in a technical field at the time, I was a spec 4. My platoon leader was a spec 7.
Now that would be an E7, but with a specialist.
Because our platoon was the machine welding and recovery section and the cooks. Everyone was a specialist, non-combat. Everyone was a specialist. Like I said, my platoon sergeant was a spec 7.
You know, I love this. KY Packer fan. I mean, like a machinist. Did you do any welding? Did you learn how to weld? I would say you probably did.
I learned all that. I learned TIG, MIG, arc welding, brazing, all that. I learned all that when I was as a machinist.
So
because we would have downtime, and I would go over to the welding section and have them cross train me, because sometimes you're out in the field, you need to do just more than machining. So, and sometimes a welder wasn't available. Well, if you cross trained, well, then you say, someone get me a wrecker over here with a welder, gas torch, and I'll take care of it, or cut off whatever you need to, you do it all.
Yep. And, that is true about the Army. They, when I was in, you know what? We had to know the next level up skills and the lower skills. So you'd always be able to at least perform your job with some skill. Exactly. And Staff Sergeant, happy Veterans Day. I didn't get to talk to you then, but it was in November. But Merry Christmas, baby, my friend. And thank you for your service. Staff Sergeant, you put in over 20 years. You said 27.
I'm 87. I'm 87.
Yeah. How old are you? How old are you right now, sir?
68.
Yeah, you're still young. But yeah,
I'm 87, and I was up for E8, but I got hurt, and the school would not let me go to the school because of my P2 rating in my back.
Exactly.
I didn't have in my pulleys. I didn't have all ones. I had a 2 in there because of my back. And now, even though the regs say you don't have to take the regular PT test, there's an alternative. They would not say that was sufficient for me to go through the school and graduate. The commandant was a jackass. Would not let me go to the school because of the police rating.
KY.
Yeah, you need to turn your mic up, bud, so we can actually hear you.
Yeah, bud.
You're barely intelligible. I don't know if it's a setting here on StreamYard or
it was a little scratchy there. He was a little scratchy.
It's very quiet. Very. He's gone now.
I think he's trying to fix it. Hopefully,
There's something going on.
Here. Where you at, bud? You're in the basement. Bring yourself up.
I'm up. I'm up again. There's something going on with StreamYard.
Yeah, because I can't see you.
You can't see me? I'm right next to you. Can anyone else see me? Put a 1.
Oh, there you are. Now you popped up on mine. Yeah, it's a StreamYard thing because Now I can't see Billy.
Now we're losing everyone. Anyway, we're back. I don't know what's going on. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We've had some technical difficulties. Oh, good. Bell sees both
There
of
he
us.
is. There he is.
No, we're talking about veterans, and I'm going to be honest with you. Why do you think I joined, dude? It's all about this ring. It's all about freedom. That bird right there, the American eagle, is what I fight for. That's it. Bottom line, dude. I don't fight for a politician. I don't fight for
Exactly.
anything else but this bird. That bird right there represents freedom. That's it. And I see it on your hat, brother. It is our freedom. That is why we chose the American bald eagle. Because why? Because it represents freedom. And we are the last bastion of freedom on this planet. Believe it or not, we are.
Yep.
They want to take us down.
The Trudeau up in Canada, they just passed a law up there eliminating hunting rifles. First it was the handguns, now it's hunting rifles. People aren't allowed to have hunting rifles in Canada anymore. I'm sorry. Canada is one of the last great frontiers that have all kinds of wild animals, bears, moose, whatever, deer. And now you can't have hunting rifles to feed your family?
That's just it, baby. That
guy is
look,
ruining Canada. That guy is.
I'm telling you right now, that guy, and we don't want to go into politics on that, but that man up there in that place, which I love, because Rush, Triumph, great bands come from that country, our northern country. And when shit hits the fan, they're going to be on our back. They'll be right with us. But I'm just saying, these people, that man right there in that country, you know what he is? He's a treasonous fool. The man doesn't understand anything about freedom. He sold us out. Same thing going on in America with this jackass right now. Sold us out. Be for vets, baby. You're just breathing heavy into the microphone. What's going on, buddy? That's fine, but I just want to let you know.
Just a minute. Stevie Mao, it's not a myth. It's not a myth. They passed the law in Canada, and that's the truth. Whether you want to believe it or not.
But what are laws?
Canada. Not the U.S. It's Canada.
But what are laws?
We need to get out of politics, and we're supposed to be a short, quick show.
Okay.
And we're supposed to be trying to be positive here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
spreading
sir. I agree with you. I agree with you. And you know what? Santa Claus, is he about to? I think he's about to get his little cart going on with a reindeer. Let's go. Come on, Prancer, Dancer, Baby Bear, Rudolph. Let's go. I think he's about to take off. I think he's loading all the presents in his cart, and he's about to go mainstream across the United States. That's what I believe. I love Santa Claus, and thank the Lord we have elves and Santa Claus. And people like you, sir, because if we didn't have people like you, sir, we wouldn't have a free society.
Yep. One of my buddies when I was at Fort Hood got me to join the NRA. I'd never heard of the NRA till I got down there because, that's before the internet and, it was word of mouth. And my dad didn't belong to the NRA, so I didn't know about the NRA. And it wasn't until I got down and out west, those guys were big into the NRA.
Yeah.
And so being stationed in Texas, the guys, all the guys from Texas all knew about the NRA. I'd never heard of it. So they got me to join.
I want to tell everybody the NRA equals National Rifle Association, and
Yes.
they're
At
I
any rate,
believe
and it was a different organization back then. But at any rate, they they stick up for our Second Amendment rights. Your Second Amendment rights protect the First Amendment. That's the bottom line.
let me ask you a big fat question. And I'm sure you know it, right? Who was the spokesman for NRA for, gosh, I don't know, decades?
Charlton Heston for years.
You got it, baby. You got it. I love that man. That man made some good movies. You know, Planet of the Freaking Apes. I think he made that movie. That was like 1968. I'm just saying that was, you know, those movies in the late 60s, early 70s were brilliant. Just saying, in my opinion,
Did you ever
they
hear
were
of the
great movies.
Golden Eagles?
The
Billy, have you
Golden
ever heard of the
Eagle.
NRA Golden Eagles?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe.
They're supporters. I was a founding because I joined when I did, and I knew the guy that was got me into it. I was able to get in on being a founding member of the NRA Golden Eagles.
Okay, that's cool, man. Like,
I'm a life member.
um,
Back then, it was only $100 to become a life member.
and $100 was well spent because you are a life member, and guess what? You get all the updates and all that sort of thing, and you know, truth. What did it say? Truth is the enemy in the empire of lies. So truth is bad in an empire of lies. And you know who wrote that? George Orwell. He wrote that. You know, truth is. They actually said. I think it was truth is treason in an empire of lies. You know, and it's so true. You know, we're being lied to all the time. You know, is Santa Claus coming? Yes, he is, and you know, I agree with that. You know, he's going to be here.
Hang
Merry
on a second.
Christmas, all you.
And Bud, you realize you're muted, right? If you're trying to talk, we can't hear you because you're muted. Maybe he's on the phone. It could be he's on the phone.
No, sorry, I was getting sick. I'm all right.
Oh God.
As Stevie said, he's never met anyone who had their gun taken away. How many guns have you had taken? I don't live in Canada. It's Canada, Stevie. You have to listen to the conversation, all of it.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
So anyhow-
So, KY, you're in.
Just
Where
a
you
second,
at,
Joe.
KY?
Just a second. Bud, how long do you want to go? We're been on over an hour now already.
I like I said, this wasn't really a planned show. It was just come on and say hi to everyone, and I really didn't want to get into any major conversations. You know, none of this political shit or anything like that. I just wanted everyone to come in and say hi and mention a few things about the veterans and stuff.
And Merry Christmas to everybody.
And Merry Christmas.
Keep it light.
Yeah, we haven't been around in a while, so we're just trying to. News Now, Preston, Nashville. Merry Christmas! Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so Stevie, we'll just get off that whole entire there. But yeah, like I said, just open topic really. It's you guys. We've been away for a while. We haven't done this in a while. We're not used to coming back on again. We just wanted to see what it was like. You know,
Bud's been very, very sick. That's the bottom line. So,
but now
I'm sorry, V, for
we've
this.
almost lost him a couple of times. He's been that sick.
Sorry, brother. And you know
what?
what?
I'm back now, and we want everyone to know we're back because honestly, we've been a while. We've been gone long enough for people not to really probably think we're still around, but we are. We have not forgot our promise and stuff. We're getting ready to go out and do the stuff we had planned to do. Just took us a while to do it, you know. But it's still the same people working there. You have Bell Admin. You have D Johns, Ginger Snaps. We have help from our really good friends like um, NC Deb. Um, we've had a lot of good people. My co-host, of course, the main part of E, which
Ooh.
is
KY.
KY. Yeah.
Love you, KY.
We got people like Stevie Mao who've helped us out with a lot with the productions and our logos over the years. So it's been while the year has not been really health wise great for us, which it hasn't for just about any of us. KY had been very sick in the beginning part of the year. And we have no one's actually. D Johns is having a rough time right now. Bell's going through a rough time, a really rough time. Ginger's going through a rough time. NC Deb is just moved, and she was sick for the entire year. Basically, she's just starting to recover. So I mean, it's been one of those years that we're glad it's behind us now. So we want to just put our foot back out there because I'm going to be doing a lot more, not only feeding shows, different formatted feeding shows, because I've got people that have a food cart or a food truck. I have a church that wants to help us out, a couple of them. I have people who work that want to volunteer that have seen our show that want to help us. So we're getting the people together and the events together. We have different types of things we want to do that will be shown on there, and we have different types of shows we want to do, so that they're not just going out and feeding; they're actually contented shows. So with different segments, I have spent my time in the hospital since I couldn't do anything else, just coming up with ideas and writing notes on how I wanted to proceed with it. Because a lot of the times it's an organizational thing, trying to figure out what you're going to do. Shows are not easy to do. And I will admit I was way too sick, which is one of the reasons that KY Packer and Bell Admin took over V for Vets and did a great job and still doing a great job. Now that I'm back, though, hopefully I can get this thing rolling and we can give you guys a lot better year this year. This is our year. Free for all. Merry Christmas. Welcome in. So, like I said, you guys, it's this show is all about just saying Merry Christmas to y'all. This is a whole new year, so it's a whole new us. We, like I said, there's nothing for me last year. I'm looking forward to being healthy this year.
At least much healthier.
Yeah, I could not walk at all. I could not stand up. I could not walk, period. I now am what they call wheelchair assist. I am able to assist myself into a wheelchair, and I'm actually getting further with the step and walk. I did a lot of the rehab on myself. It was a lot of, it still is. It's very painful and a lot of work, but I have learned to walk again. So that is the main thing. It's never been mentally. It's been about physically, the inability to go out and feed. And because of that, like I told KY, that has slowed us down amazingly. Yeah, you're pretty shocking when you're very, very sick and can't walk. But just like I said, I can do each of them now good enough to go out. That's the goal. So with all God's prayers and stuff and the way it's been going, hopefully you guys, like I said, that's why we decided to come out and say hi to everyone. Merry Christmas, so we can start next year better. Hope for everyone. And like I said, V for Vets is very happy to still be here, and I've had a lot of help from so many different people. I have a lot to be grateful for. Last year may not have worked out perfectly for me, but it did work out. It worked out on a scale of friendships and stuff like that. That allowed me to meet very special people and to find out people that were close that were I didn't realize it's that close.
I'm an asshole.
Oh, dude. So that's where we are, and it's been one. It's been
an asshole.
So yeah, it's. And going
Well-
forward, we decided to add things like interviews. We want to bring actual interviews on the, which I have started to record some of the people I've talked to. It's really simple. Some of them, you don't film. So I'm going to have different ones, I guess, where you can actually see them talk.
Sorry about that, man.
I guess you got to,
Some people don't want to be filmed, so it's just
Some
going to be an
don't,
audio interview.
but the idea was that I still want them to be able to tell their story. And if there's somebody out there that wanted an anonymous story, that didn't want their face nor their name behind the story, but they wanted to tell it, they were in the military and this is what they went through, they could still do that, because it's not a matter of just trying to prove it. It's just a matter of them sharing it and allowing other people to listen to what they have to say and maybe experience some of the same things and be able to open up to what they're talking about and how their feelings are, and maybe where they went to get help, or if they needed help, or if it just made them feel better to talk. So that's going to be a segment. And I got none of these, by the way, these ideas were not done before. A lot of this stuff was actually done before. I wanted a format that would work nicely, and I could get material source, which is one of the things you take into consideration when you're coming up with topics and stuff. Can I get material for this topic? Make it worth having out there. And like I said, we have especially the one with the story of different. Good night, Anonymous Lawn Transformations. You sleep well. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, and Merry Christmas, but I'll be talking to you later. Oh. Now, on the bottom of the screen, you can see right there, just in case anyone were to know any veterans who are thinking of suicide during this time of the year, those numbers on there are active. That's the main one. Do be aware that there are separate ones for females. Females have a separate number they can use if they so choose to do so. However, either one of these numbers, the call, or you could text, right, or just follow the simple instructions on what to do when you get there. You can either go straight through the one for both, or they can direct you to the one with the female one, because of the different departments, programs they have for females that are thinking of suicide due to certain circumstances that might involve there that are not quite familiar to the males, like rape and shit like that. So they have their own female, but there's the numbers, guys, please. And remember something. It is a known fact that 80% of all veterans who commit suicide, when they do save the ones that attempted to do this, 80% have said it's because of isolation. So you can imagine if all you had to do is walk up and, I don't know, say, thank you for your service. How are you doing today, sir? Wave and walk away. That's it. That takes what is known as isolation away. It also takes away that 70%, or at least some of it, right? I mean, right? If it said 70%, let's do it.
Yep.
So there you go. That's just simple. What we're, one of the things that we definitely want to get out. Well, other than that, so if there's, like I said, if there's anybody, like we went on here tonight to do this, and we've done what we wanted to come out here and do. If there's anybody out there that wants to come up and say hello, say Merry Christmas, or just drop in real quick before we end the show, or
Merry Christmas.
Matt, yes, yeah.
I wanted to watch that series you told me about so bad, but I knew I had to get up early this morning, so I couldn't.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Maddie. This is a. I'm sorry. This is a. But that information I just got, I've seen these places. Yes, they're insanely good. I wish I could just read. Here, let me read something someone just sent us. The data showed that on a single night in January 2023, there were 35,574 veterans experienced homelessness in the U.S. This reflects a 7.4% increase in the number of veterans experienced homelessness from 2022 to December 15, 2023. How do so many veterans end up homeless? In addition to the complex set of factors that affects most homeless individuals, lack of affordable housing, poverty, jobs, or income loss, mental illness, substance abuse, health problems, etc. Many veterans live with the lingering effect of PTSD, often compounded by the lack of family or social support networks. Again, isolation. But now that's just brilliantly written. Thank you very much to my friend.
I would venture to guess 80% of those homeless vets have an issue with PTSD. Because
right,
younger people were coddled. They still are being coddled way too much, and never had trials and tribulations. When we grew up and we rode our bikes, we didn't have knee pads and helmets and shoulder pads and shin guards. And you ran the bike, you fell off the thing, you picked yourself up, you got on the bike, and you kept on going. You know.
Yeah.
You didn't get a trophy for every race we run, whether we ran it or not. So you learned to take a hit. You learned to take a jab, a joke, whatever. You learned to thicken your skin a little bit. And young people, they didn't have that. So war weighs down on them a lot more. So my son Brandon was 4 when he got his first 20-inch bike. He could barely reach the pedals. And one day he was riding his bike and he rode it as fast as he could in front of where we lived. He forgot at the end of the sidewalk where it made a right turn and left turn because it split. There was a split rail fence. He didn't bother to learn how to work the brakes. Because, push backwards and that applies the rear brake. He didn't bother to learn that before he learned how to ride fast. So he flew in flying by the house, the neighbors said. And he hit that split rail fence full speed. Went flying over the fence. His bike did a flip and flipped over him.
That's not mine.
Freedom for all. I had 3 sons. I have 3 sons.
He did a threesome. Oh, 3 sons. I'm sorry. Yeah. My dad taught me how to ride a bike too.
My dad started to, but because of his injuries from the war, he couldn't walk very fast, and so my mom had to help because once I got to learn her, she would run and push the bike, and keep it steady until I learned how to pedal fast enough to keep it upright. And my dad couldn't play catch with me because his wrist was so fragile. When they put it back together, he was afraid it would break if we threw the ball too hard. So I had to wait till my brothers got old enough to play catch. Now he would pitch the ball, throw the ball to us, so we could bat, but he wouldn't try to catch it. My dad was in the hospital for 18 months after he came back from the Philippines
Hey, Merry Christmas, Ginger Snaps. Thank you for coming in.
Good to see you, Ginger. Welcome.
God bless our troops. God bless our troops. May they encounter an enemy who's ready to retreat. May our soldiers please use your brains, guys. I mean, never follow an order.
Use your common
Never,
sense.
yeah, common sense. Never follow an order that is so ridiculous. So that if you never follow a ridiculous order, the military will never ever turn on its people. The reason why I believe is because the people equal the military. That's my opinion. John Rambo, are you there? John Rambo, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Who's that? Rambo, it's the Colonel here. Just saying, baby. You might want to stop killing all of these people and just bring yourself down, dude.
Well,
We're not gonna hurt you.
God.
But I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do it. These people, they drew. What did they do? They drew first blood. You get it? That's it. Mic drop. They drew first blood. I didn't. And we never did. We do nothing. We do everything they ask of us, and yet we are still in the position, even before everything. Like, I thought we won World War II. I thought, and I get it, man. This police actions all around the world. Why are we doing this? Because we want to keep the dollar. We want to keep the dollar worth something. Nixon took us off the dollar in 1971, the same year I was born. My bad luck? I don't know. Nixon took us off the gold standard. He took the dollar off the gold standard. And guess what that did? It just gave the Federal Reserve a big blank check, and they can write as many dollar signs as they want. To who did money?
Print as much paper money. That's right.
Yeah, it's fiat. It's fiat currency. Look, that's why you got these cryptocurrencies coming out. Because guess what? It's a hedge against our very own people that are running our government. And these people are embedded, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but they are embedded within our leaders. And guess what? Even Trump was bailed out. Did you know Trump was bailed out by a Federal Reserve person? And yeah, he was bailed out back in the 90s. Look it up. He was bailed out of his Taj Mahal casino. He was going to go bankrupt. They bailed him out. Guess what? Trump, all of a sudden, he's president. Why? Link it together. The Federal Reserve equals power. Okay? And that's the ultimate power, I believe, right now in our society. It is the Federal Reserve, in my opinion. So this guy that's in the office of the presidency of the United States of America, He's doing what he's told to do. He's saying what he's told to say. The guy's a puppet, dude. It's clear as day. You know. Now, when have we had a president that was not all about that? You know, it was Kennedy, and what happened to Kennedy? And then it was Reagan. You know, Kennedy unfortunately didn't make it. Ronald Reagan did make it, but they took an attempt on his life, and he survived it. And great man, Ronald Reagan. And I think he's probably one of the greatest presidents we've had in the last, I don't know, 60 years. You know, besides Franklin Delano Roosevelt, of course, and Kennedy. But, you know, and then we have Kennedy's, Robert F. Kennedy's son, supposedly, you know, not supposedly, he's running for the Democrat. I think he's running for the Independent Party. Now, we all know about independence. What happens? Well, they split the lines on either Democrat or Republican. They split the lines.
Like Ross Perot did.
Exactly. And I voted for Ross. I remember.
I did. I voted for Ross.
I voted for Ross, too. Why? Because he's a fucking genius. The guy is smart. When we listened to him back then, remember, he's a genius. Now, God rest his soul. I think he passed.
Billy, I don't want to cut you off, but we need to get off politics and what.
I know, but it is.
We keep drifting back there, but we need to get off.
Okay, well, let's go to Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that. Well, that's fine. Well, guess what? Green Bay. Who's Green Bay playing?
Here we go.
Panthers.
Hey, NC Deb. Merry Christmas.
Hello, Deb.
Welcome in. It's good to see you.
Better late than never.
NY Debs. Hello.
Hey, better late than never. You made it.
Yeah. But really, I mean, like, I'm looking forward to a bunch of football games the next couple of days, and I think y'all are too.
Yep.
And let's just have fun. Let's have fun watching them, and you know. And let's throw, you know, I agree with you, brother. V for Vets. Yes, let's just throw some positive freaking vibes, dude. You know, screw this freaking bullshit that's going on, dude. I'm telling you right now, guess what? I love the United States of America. I love the troops. Okay. I'm going to support them. And I wish them all a Merry Christmas. That's it. Yeah.
Well, other than the fact YouTube is kicking me.
YouTube sucks. I love YouTube, but it sucks. I still love YouTube. I'll never stop loving YouTube. I always loved it. You know, can you imagine? I started watching YouTube. I think it came about around 2004, 2005. And I've been watching it ever since. And, you know, because do you know why, brother? Because you, sir, KY Packer, we all get up here and we talk, man. And you know what? Look, I was born and raised in Texas. I think KY Packer said he served at Fort Hood, so he understands Texas. V for Vets, brother.
Fort Hood, yeah. Fort Sill, Fort Bliss, been there, done that.
Yep. I especially love your MOS, dude.
Well, I started there, and then once I got to a certain rank, I couldn't go any further, so I switched. 19 Echo. M60 crewman. And then I got out. And I went into reserve.
We all just got kicked.
I didn't.
Oh my God! I came back. There was nobody on.
I was here.
Oh well.
Anyway, yeah, Bill, you and Billy got kicked for some reason.
That's great.
Maybe it's that Chinese electricity you're using.
Maybe it's the Chinese electric. Yeah, there it is.
You know how that Chinese stuff is. You use it 6 weeks and it breaks. There he is. You bring him up or not?
How long did you want to stay on? Because we're going to get ready.
Yeah, we got an hour and a half. You said a 10-minute show.
It keeps kicking us. Oh well.
But folks,
Hey,
like I said, this was
and
not-
then I showed up. And then I showed up talking about that Green Bay fucking Packers. No, I love the Green Bay Packers. Come on.
I'm going to say that our defensive coordinator is going to be fired after the season.
Well, you know what? Jason
I'm
Garrett.
going to say Joe Barry lost his job.
Jason Garrett, he lost his job as a coach of Dallas Cowboys a few years ago, and they replaced him with, guess who? The Green Bay Packer coach. And his
One of
name.
the former coaches, yes.
No, yeah, the head coach of Green Bay Packers is now the head coach of Dallas Cowboys.
Right. Well,
now, why?
He was out for 2 years. He was not a coach or anything for 2 years.
That's fine. He took a break. Yeah, he took a break.
They took a break.
Okay, so guess what? Jerry Jones obviously saw something in this man. Now, they're saying this man, the coach of Dallas Cowboys right now, his job is most likely on the line. In other words, if he cannot take us to at least the championship game on the NFC side, that's one step below the Super Bowl. If he cannot even do that at this point, Jerry Jones, I think he's on a 1-year contract. I think Jerry Jones is going to kill him cut him. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think, KY?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Just a minute. Bud.
Yeah,
Press the Bud.
Yeah, I'm. Give me a sec here. Just one. Go ahead. Okay, I'm back. What's up, KY?
I don't know why you keep disappearing. Like you were talking about ending the show and you disappeared.
Sorry, it keeps cutting. Yeah, we can do that, KY.
Because we're at an hour and 34 minutes.
Yeah, you ready? Did you? Well, like I said, that's up to you too. If you wanted to leave, that's fine. This wasn't meant to be a long show. We don't have a topic.
Exactly. So we just wanted to say hello. We're back. We're going to be start doing shows on a more regular basis.
And we're glad that you all decided to come and visit with us. Let's see what else. I guess we probably won't get to have another show before Christmas or New Year's. So I wish you guys a very, very, very happy holiday and a happy New Year. Stay safe, everyone. I appreciate all the help we got from our wonderful mods and throughout the year, T. Johns, Bell Admin, Stevie Mao, Ginger Snaps, NC Deb was in there. Thank you for coming tonight. Or is it NY Deb, which was NC Deb?
Still NC.
I don't what it's just
I think it stands for no count.
not conscious.
CY is now NY Dubs NC.
Yes. And of course, KY Packer, the best part of the show. And for myself, it's Merry Christmas, everybody. Please stay safe. And like I said, my health is hopefully good enough. We have a lot more shows. At least we'll be doing shows. So look forward to seeing you guys. Later, everyone.
Everybody stay safe. Be well.
Butt out.
Okay,
Stay
bye,
well.
guys.